Welcome back to our Oasis channel. Today we're going to talk to you about...
We are going to discuss a myth that we have heard over and over again in 30 years of practice, and it's an idea that keeps people from even starting chiropractic care sometimes. It's an idea that we hear a lot that, well, I know people, like once you start going, you can't stop. You have to keep going. So we want to dig deeper and dive deep into that a little bit so that we can give you an understanding of what that means and what that is. First of all, everyone has a choice of what they do in their lives. So if they start chiropractic care, they can always choose to stop. It's not like we hold you hostage. So that's an important piece. But what I want to address is the fact that oftentimes people come to us in crisis. And so they've got something physically, maybe even with an emotional basis tied in with it, but they've got something very acute going on that they need addressed. And chiropractic is excellent at addressing acute conditions, very good, and we get incredible results with that. And we also know as chiropractors that the real wealth of chiropractic and the real benefit of chiropractic is when it's used as a wellness tool, when it is part of someone's routine that they have in their lives. They go to the gym 2 or 3 days or 4 days a week, they do yoga a couple days a week, they get massage once a month, and they get adjusted weekly or twice a month. And that's really where chiropractic shines. I want to explain why someone would go from being in that acute, really symptomatic place in a lot of pain, and why they would then transition to having it be part of their lifestyle and their wellness toolkit. When someone comes in and they've got this really intense experience that they're having, and lots of symptoms and pain, and we take them in, we do a full assessment of them, we get a really clear understanding of what's happening in their spine. And all the time, that situation didn't just happen for them. Even though the pain may have just started a week ago or a month ago, the basis for why that pain started often happened 5 or 10 years ago. And it's just been a process of imbalance that their body has been managing over many, many years. And it gets to a point where it can't manage it anymore. And that's where the acute symptoms begin. So knowing that the basis of the acute experience is old and chronic, that's where we have to create a plan of care to address that chronic issue in order to really get resolution of what you're experiencing. But people, once the body is so smart and the nervous system is so incredibly intelligent that once you start working on it, people get out of pain pretty quickly, typically, as we start adjusting them. And so if they're only equating chiropractic with pain relief, then in a month you can feel better. It's not necessarily going to resolve why the pain started, though. That's the really key piece. It's kind of like if you're driving a car and a red light comes on the dashboard, I can put black tape over it and I don't see that red light. That's not changing why the red light is happening. And eventually the car is going to stop going. It may take a while, and I don't have the signal that's bothering me, and it's the same kind of thing. You can get adjusted for a short period of time and feel better. It's not necessarily going to change why you felt bad in the first place, though. And that's the really critical component that we address with the care plans that we create. The care plans are created to allow your body to actually recover from. It's like opening up the hood and getting into why the engine is malfunctioning. When you can get to the cause, you can really allow true healing to happen and resolution. And once you've completed that phase of care, you have gotten to a place where not only do you feel better, but you're functioning better on every level. Physically, emotionally, chemically. Your body is functioning on a whole new level. At that point, you have an option of continuing and converting chiropractic care into a wellness model for you. Or if sometimes at that point people are like, well, I feel better, I'm good, I'll wait until I feel bad again. Which is not where, like I said, the real benefit of chiropractic is when it's a regular experience for you, because you're not stopping experiencing the stresses in your life. You still have all the stress that you experience. And that's where we come in terms of allowing your body to manage those stresses effectively and allowing your health to function at its optimal through the experience of those stresses. It's kind of like if you start a exercise program and you're feeling really good and you're getting in really good condition, if you stop because you feel so good, you're not going to be able to continue to experience the benefits of that conditioning. So yeah, chiropractic can be a lifetime thing, and that's a good thing. Like, we need to embrace it as like, good for you. You're still going to the chiropractor? That is awesome. And just like, wow, you're still going to the gym. That's been 5 years now. That's amazing that you're still that committed to your physical fitness level. That's an incredible thing to be able to do. So if you equate it on that terms and understand that having your nervous system cleared out twice a month or once a week is just as critical as getting to the gym 3 or 4 times a week. They're so important in order to continue to experience the benefit of what chiropractic can be for you. I just want to give you a small example of this. We had a woman who came in she's a middle school teacher. She's got grandkids that she's very engaged with. She had a daughter who was about to give birth, and she's had a lot going on many different levels. And she had old chronic back pain that was very flared up when she first came in. And she did an initial care plan that lasted 3 months with us. And within a month, literally, she was feeling so dramatically different, she couldn't believe it. And she had done chiropractic care before, but she had never gotten results like she had gotten here. And she completed her 3-month plan. She was feeling amazing. And so she decided, because she had used chiropractic in the past just as a Band-Aid, and so she thought she would continue using it that way. So she decided at her evaluation that she wasn't going to continue on to wellness care because she was feeling fine and she was good now. And 2 weeks later, and I explained to her at the time, I said, I really know that you need to make sure that your nervous system downloads all of this stress that you experience on a day-to-day basis. Otherwise, it's going to cycle back and come up again for you. And sure enough, 2 or 3 weeks later, she called and she was in pain again. And she was so surprised. And she got one adjustment and she was back to where she had been at the end of her initial care plan. And she realized at that point, she was like, okay, I just need to make this part of my lifestyle. This just needs to be something that I do to keep myself well and functional. So I don't keep going through these peaks and valleys of being in pain and not in pain. And that was an important awareness for her to understand that chiropractic can be something that you can incorporate into your lifestyle very easily. The idea of like getting sucked in and having to go for the rest of your life, yeah, we're all for it. And because we know that it's so good for you when it is part of your wellness routine.
It's mostly just if you want to have a full life, a full, adaptive, wonderful life. Yes.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.